Pokémon, a franchise that took the world by storm and defined the childhoods of many. It has only gotten more popular with time, but what was Pokémon like way back then? More specifically, how has competitive Pokémon changed over the years for those striving to be the very best? Now that is exactly what we are here to find out. In this series, Jeexx and I will embark on an adventure to be the very best, exploring through time and space to rediscover Pokémon's past formats. In each episode, both of us will bring two teams and battle it out in a best of 3 match, and the one who wins with both teams first is crowned the champion of the episode. We hope you enjoy this trip to Pokémon's evolution with us. Welcome to the Pokémon Progression Series, A Journey Through Time. The second generation, Gold, Silver and Crystal, based in Johto region, which itself is based on the Kansai region of Japan, capitalized on the resounding success of the first one and was actually supposed to be the end for Pokémon initially. Staying very similar, while also fixing many of the broken things present in the first generation, like partial trapping moves like Wrap Bind, Fine Fire Spin, balancing out the type chart with buffs to Ghost and Fighting and nerfs to Psychic, as well as some other changes, and splitting the special stat into Special Attack and Special Defense, among other changes. Still, the largest and most impactful were definitely the addition of 2 new types, Dark and Steel, as well as the addition of Held items, although the pool was still fairly small, as well as the addition of 100 new Pokemon. It also made crit chance now truly random instead of being impacted by the speed stat and added some very keen moves, some of them which included Spikes, Sleep Talk, Hidden Power, and Pursuit. Guys and gals, welcome back to the Pokemon Progression series, this time with Generation 2 Poo used. I think Cloudy found out for us what it actually meant last time with Gen 1. I've already forgotten, so we'll just call it the poo tier still. But I got 2 teams once again. We have pretty standard stuff, but finally we have to have a team without spikes here, as you can see with our second team. But first let's cover what I think is the more standard one. So we have a bunch of mythical creatures here, starting with our lead in Delibird with Miracle Berry, Spikes, Ice Beam, Thief, and Toxic. The idea here is that this is here to go up against Jeexx's assumed Delibird, and he's gonna Toxic us. We'll have a Miracle Berry cured for us. We'll have Toxic on his Mon though, and then we'll have Tempo going into Spikes, and then obviously afterwards we'll have Thief online. Then we just have Ice Beam there just for Ice type coverage if we need it. Next we have Easter Bunny, Hitmontop. We have a Rest Talker with Curse and High Jump Kick. High Jump Kick, a 85% accurate move, and obviously in the early generation, like, the recoil is basically non-existent for High Jump Kick and Jump Kick, so basically it's just a 90% accurate 85 base power move. Then we have Seeking, Swords Dance, Return, Surf, and Rest. I wanted to have Rest Talk here so bad. I'm still thinking if I should, but like, Return is so nice in this tier because it's like there's Magarko, there's Rhyhorn, and there's Geodude and Corsola. Corsola is by far the scariest one, but out of the 4 rock types, 3 of them we can just hit for quad effective with Surf, and then against the rest, like setting up Swords Dance is so nice. This could be basically anything else, but obviously this metagame still being very bulky, I feel like even without Sleep Talk, we might actually just get something out of Rest. And I'm assuming the first time we can get away with the first turn, him assuming that we'll go for Sleep Talk, hopefully. But it's there for giving us longevity, because I was thinking of some hidden powers, but we have actually like such good coverage, because like I said, like you can just hit everything with Return. I guess I could go for something to hit like other water types, but they're not hitting us either, I don't think so. Decided to go for this. Would Hidden Power Ground do anything? Because we're not outspeeding Elekid is the thing, so actually, yeah, not Volterby. Yeah, I like this. I'll still go for it. And then we have Rhyhorn, Roar, Curse, Earthquake, and Rock Slide. Just the 2 stabs as well as Curse, because it's actually really bulky. If we get rid of Jeexx's special attackers, like, Rhyhorn can actually just take over. And then obviously if we have an unfavorable matchup, being able to pivot your opponent with Roar is nice, especially when the team has Spikes. Then we have Ghastly here, Psychic, Thunder, Explosion, and Giga Drain. Explosion to chip anything that we don't want to match up against. And obviously, like I said, there's so much stuff that gets hit by Giga Drain here. Also, it really helps us beating Corsola, who is probably the best mon in the tier, honestly. And then just Psychic and Thunder to hit anything else like Thunder or Thunderbolt because we just want the extra power. And then finally we have Tangela with Growth, Giga Drain, Hidden Power Ice, and Stun Spore. Stun Spore to set up on anything, and then after 1 or 2 growths, actually Giga Drain and Ice give us pretty good coverage for the tier. Once again, like we really don't want to lose to Corsola here. As for the other one, it is a spikeless team. We have once again a Thiefer here in Elekid with Thunderbolt, Ice Punch, Psychic, and Thief. Just extremely good coverage. Being able to nab anything with Thief that Jeexx might have is really nice. And then like Psychic, Ice, and Electric give us coverage to hit like literally anything in the tier. So nothing changed into this, which is why I'm also leading it. Then we have, I think I've said this before, but I don't know why I decided today that I'm gonna talk about the names, but yeah, like the names here are just Cuphead bosses. Then we have Sunflower, Synthesis, Growth, Giga Drain, Hidden Power Ice, kind of the same idea with, as with Tangela and the other team, but instead of Stun Spore, we just have Synthesis. We don't have access to Stun Spore, so making it even bulkier. And Sunflower actually has like a relatively decent bulk. Obviously, the defense is nothing to write home about, but it's not the worst because obviously fire type moves are all special in Gen 2. Then we have Seadra with Surf, Ice Beam, and then the good old Rest Talk, just once again, like really good coverage here. Another Rest Talker in Macargo, once again, Flamethrower and Body Slam. I could have gone for a Rock type stab move, but if you look at the tier, there's actually not a lot of stuff that we care about going Rock for, because Delibird obviously gets hit by Quadruple Effective, but it already gets hit by Flamethrower anyway, and we have better special attacks, so it doesn't really matter. And stuff like Sneasel and obviously like something like Venomoth, like a fire covers the stuff that Rock would on the offensive, so we'd rather have Body Slam to maybe get a paralysis going if we roll that off Sleep Talk. Then we have Nuxel, another Sleep Talker with Curse and Return. I said with the previous team that we have like out of the 4 Rock types, 3 of them get hit by super effective Quadruple super effective from a Water type move, and also apart from Macargo, like once again 3 of them get hit Quadruple effective from a Grass type move, and we have both of those coverages really well. So if we manage to get rid of the Rock types, then obviously we can just sweep with Noctowl. Obviously the attack stat is absolute dog shit, but the HP stat being 100 and like having a relatively high special defense, like it's still workable. And if I'm ever gonna use Noctowl, it's now, and you know, it obviously fit the theme, so I wanted a normal type, so decided to go for him. And then we have Venomoth, Sludge Bomb, Psychic, Sleep Powder, and Giga Drain. We have a sleeper here if need be, and once again just really good coverage here. Really just Grass and Water types are so good here, and obviously like there are a lot of both of them, so having coverage for both of them in the same mon, which also has a pretty like good and balanced bulky stat profile, is very nice. But no, like I don't have like any crazy theming for these, other than I always feel like I do this with the lower tiers, where it's just like, all right, let me just see some good and neat mons and we'll see how they work. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully my luck would be in an upswing, because obviously the past couple of times it's been rough. But that is how Pokemon is sometimes. But like I said, sometimes, hopefully not all the times. And I think it's time for our luck to change. But thank you for watching the team breakdown. I almost said deck breakdown again. Thank you for watching the team breakdown. Hopefully you enjoyed Jeexx as well. And afterwards, we will see y'all in the battle zone. So see you there.
Okay, so today we're doing Gen 2 PU, right? Let me just check. We did OU, we did UU, we did NU. Oh, it's PU, right? PU, yeah, we're in PU now. Yep, so I am running Charmeleon, Rhyhorn, Sneasel, Maghargo, Bayleaf, Murkrow. Charmeleon has Fire Blast, Return, Rock Slide, Sword Stance because Fire Blast is the only fire move I think that 100% of the time kills Delibird. Which you can make the argument that I should be running Flamethrower over Fire Blast because Flamethrower has some amount of chance to one-shot if I remember correctly. Let me double check. Double checking. Chameleon. Because Flamethrower has like a 80% chance to one-shot, but I have an 85% chance to hit. Which means that 74% chance to one-hit KO. Which means that I have a highest chance to land a Fire Blast on the Delibird than I do to one-hit KO using Flamethrower. Right? Oh, then we have Return, Rock Slide, and Sword Stance. This is kind of just because I feel like we ran an EQ Sword Stance set with Charizard at one point. We both of us did. And I think that's gonna be pretty okay overall for this. Rock Slide is pretty strong as a move against a lot of the flying types that are here and against a lot of the fire types that exist. Obviously, there's also a lot of like ground and rock types themselves, so they're not gonna be that strong. But there's also ice types. So I think this is gonna be decent. I'm gonna click Fire Blast on turn 1 if it's Delibird. If it's not, I'm probably gonna be clicking Sword Stance depending on what he's running. I might be swapping out into fucking Murkrow with my Thief, Hidden Power Grass, Drill Peck, Whirlwind. Or I might be swapping into Macargo that has well, it's 4x weak to ground, so probably not that. This is a Flamethrower, Rock Slide, Rest, Sleep Talk. And then Sneasel with Return, Hidden Power Fighting, Toxic, and Moonlight. Then we have a Rhyhorn with a Rock Slide, Roar, Toxic, EQ. And yeah, and Bayleaf has Curse, Body Slam, Synthesis, Razor Leaf. I kind of wish the Razor Leaf was physical so that the Curse had more value here, but I think this can be fairly powerful. Then we have my other team, which consists of Elekid, Golbat, Hitmontop, Abra, Alexis, Ghastly, and Seadra. We have Elekid starting off leading with Thunder, Fire Punch, Psychic, Hidden Power, Ground, specifically because of the fact that it is a good lead against Delibird, in case we're running into spikes. We're not running spikes ourselves, we're running things to specifically check spikers or other like mons that might be coming out. Then we have Golbat with Whirlwind, Toxic, Protect, Hidden Power Flying, because Hidden Power Flying is stronger than Wing Attack, and Wing Attack has more PP, but Hidden Power Flying is just stronger, and I think that makes it more worthwhile. And both have 100% accuracy. Protect and Toxic, because Toxic, obviously, I'm going to be trying to land Toxic on pretty much every mon that he has. I'm going to be trying to protect against whatever bullshit he might be pulling on me, and Whirlwind to hopefully deal with sweepers, because I don't really have good ways of dealing with them right now. Then we have Hitmontop with Hidden Power Rock, Rest, Mach Punch, Curse. Curse, specifically because, like, we're slow already. We're fairly slow. We have Mach Punch to deal with that slowness. And if we pop enough Curses, we can probably one-shot shit with Mach Punch or at least two-shot. And Curse, Rest might just be enough for us to survive against most things, depending on what he's running. Psychic types are obviously in this, and obviously we also have to deal with ghost types, such as Ghastly in this, but I have Hidden Power Rock specifically to deal with both of these pretty much. But yeah, we have Abra. Wait, this Abra doesn't have a name. Why doesn't this Abra have a name? I literally gave this a name earlier. Whatever, I'll just give this another name. Psychic, Thunder Wave, Thunder Punch, Substitute. And well, I don't think I need to really explain. Thunder Wave for paralyzing Pokemon just in case. Psychic for dealing with poison types and fighting types and pretty much anything else that might be swapped into because most Pokemon in this format do not resist it and most steel types are already out of the format. Thunder Punch because it's stronger than another option that I had, which was Hidden Power Electric, I think. Thunder Punch does 75 and Hidden Power Electric does 70. So Thunder Punch for that. Substitute for dealing with possible boomers if I don't have access to my own Ghastly, or even using it to kind of stall out. I was originally considering running Protect, but I felt like Protect wasn't as good because we're fairly fast already, so we don't need the priority that comes from Protect. Here we have Alexis Curb, which has Explosion, Shadow Ball, Thunderbolt, Hypnosis. I think these are fairly self-explanatory. We have a way of dealing, well, like we have a couple of you can make the argument that I should be running like a fire move on my Abra instead, but I think the Thunder Punch is gonna be the paralysis chance on the Thunder Punch is gonna be pretty real. Wait, can you even learn Fire Punch anymore? I thought you could. I thought you could learn all three. Or no, there it is. Yeah, 10% chance to burn. I think. Then again, I have a Thunder Wave. Maybe we just swap into this. Yeah. We're editing on the fly, guys. We're editing on the fly. Like, this is one of those things where originally I was running a different Pokemon as my lead, and then I realized, oh, this thing is too slow. This thing will not kill Delibird. It cannot kill Delibird before Delibird goes first. So I swapped my Flaffy for Elekid, and that Flaffy only had Rest Talk with like Thunder and Hidden Power Ice, if I remember correctly. And then I had Thunder Punch on my Abra specifically for that, because I only had a Thunder on my team, which now I also only have a Thunder, but at the same time I have a Thunderbolt here, and I don't think I need that much water coverage or flying coverage. But yeah, then we have a Seadra with Surf, Hidden Power, Electric, Rest, and Sleep Talk. This here is also because of something that I was thinking about, which is I think just to deal with flying types, to deal with other water types, to possibly deal with other grass types or fire types. Like no, just like if I happen to land the coin on Hidden Power Electric, it's not gonna be bad against pretty much anything. Anything, yeah. But yeah, that about does it. This is a pretty slapdash team overall. Unlike most of my other teams, which have at least had a couple of hours of time to brew, I built these teams in the 10 minutes in the lead up to stream because I had kind of forgot about these entirely. But yeah, good luck with the games.
We're feeling.
Well, we'll see.
Okay, I see. You don't sound very enthusiastic about this.
I mean, I have a decent selection of Mons here. They're pretty cool Mons overall, but it's like, well, we've seen at least half of these show up before in like last gen, for example. So yep, this Pokemon is still pretty good. It's gonna fulfill the same role this time as well.
That's fair. Basically, just slamming in the required Gen 2 stuff, and then it's like, all right, the rest will be the usual suspects. I can see that.
Yeah.
But hey, we're halfway. Actually, after this, we'll be 2/3 of the way done before the abilities.
2/3? Wait, what do you mean?
Because then it's only it's Zio and Ubers after.
Oh yeah. For some reason, I thought we had way more.
Oh yeah. For the first two, it's just the 6 usual ones. I don't remember when RU gets introduced, and obviously the Little Cup stuff, and that comes later on. I'm pretty sure VGC starts with Gen 4, which that's gonna be a whole another ballpark, because like...
Wait, but double battles are in Gen 3.
Yeah, I think there was... I'm pretty sure, actually. I think I have it written here. I think like Gen 3 already has like doubles OU, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Gen 3 introduces Little Cup and doubles OU. And like we said about like... what's his face? Little Cup, that's still something to... We'll see if it's interesting enough, because I'm kind of afraid that that's going to be a little boring, but we'll at least check it out a couple times and then figure it out after. But yeah, doubles gets introduced in Gen 3, and also Gen 3 introduces RU as well, so it's already there. But wait, Gen 4 doesn't have... Am I saying this right? Does Gen 4, sorry, does not have RU and they just skip it there? Or, that's interesting. Gen 4 does not have... Oh, that's spoilers. That's Giga spoilers. RU. Interesting. I guess there's a smaller pool of Mons or something. Anyways, Neato. Let's skip the first 2.5 minutes of the video when you watch it, or it's gonna be Giga spoilers.
Wait, what do you mean Giga spoilers?
So I can just cut it out.
Bro got his teams ready all the way up until like fucking Narnia? What the fuck?
Let's just say I have some shells. I'll try to
got some shells.
Right off. Because it's the same thing with Yu-Gi-Oh! And at some point, like, if I'm bored, this is something that I like doing, because then like if I'm in the headspace of like building decks or building teams, then it's easier for me to like come up with multiple ones, because then at some point I might be completely out of it and be like, I don't know what tackle does, you know.
Yeah, forgetting what tackle does is gonna be very well. Actually, from generation to generation, it might be kind of difficult remembering when it can miss and when it can't miss.
What's the base power of tackle initially, and what does it get changed to? I think in Sun and Moon.
Little bro,
Don't look it up.
I don't know.
Do you know either?
I only care about
Do you
hitting.
know the before or after?
I think it's 40 and it becomes 60.
It's 35 and then it becomes 50.
No. Oh.
Now it would be funny if I'm not right, but I'm like 99% I'm right.
Okay, but when does it become 100% accurate?
At Gen 2.
No, wait. I'm pretty sure Kim missing.
I have no idea, actually.
Lil bro.
You've been spam. Okay, we
Telling
need to stop that. It's
lies.
genuinely
Okay,
at some point
it's
like
it's actually from Gen 5 they change it to 35 to 50 and its accuracy goes from 95 to 100.
there we go.
Alright, so when they change the thing and then it goes down to 40.
Yippee!
What did they reduce tackles power?
Because it was too. I mean, 50 is actually like quite a lot for a base power. For starting mode.
Okay, but
I'm assuming it's mostly to be like, you know, because at least in the holy grail of Pokemon Generation 4, you obviously start Piplup gets Pound, Turtwig gets Tackle, Gymshark gets Scratch. So, you know, you want to keep the balance with those three moves because it's really important that they're balanced, you know.
it's
So
very, very important.
it breaks the balance.
Especially when you happen to be playing like a modification of the game where
Ah!
your moves... a modification of the game where all moves that can miss will miss.
I mean, I wouldn't
And then
know
you're like,
about
okay.
any modifications of any video games because I only support the, you know, real actual products provided by Nintendo trademark.
Good old Nintendo. I love Nintendo.
I'm doing splits on Game Freak.
Nintendo owns my baby.
I'm doing tricks on it right now. Nintendo, please send me a Switch too.
Nintendo, please.
I'll bounce on it
please
crazy
sponsor.
style. Anyways.
Anyways. We good to go?
Oh, we're good to go. I don't know why. I've been really tired today, but let's get to the games and then we can talk about stuff after and reassure that Gen 2 is almost as terrible as Gen 1.
Nuh-uh.
But
Gen 2 is better than Gen 1.
because you won a game.
No, because Gen 1 is just unbearable. Whereas this is at least like, hell yeah.
Yeah,
We're pressing the buttons.
I love rest, sleep, talk. Hell yeah. When I press rest and then sleep talk,
like
it makes me go,
problematic,
hell yeah.
I know, but I mean...
Just put the fries in the bag. I'll see you after the games, man. Best of luck.
Man.
Alright. I'll be honest, I'm kind of feeling out of it. I don't know why. Like my workout, I did workout just before I got here, and for whatever reason, I was like so tired. So, but let's see if we can lock the fuck in. Gen 2 PU, right? And would he start? He's gonna start with, because I want my, if I go up against the non-Delibird lead with this team, we're gonna be in trouble. But let's not worry about it too much. Let's just jump right into it and let's see if we can make some magic happen. And it is not the Delibird lead. Okay, this is really, really bad. But at the same time, HP Ice from this thing really sucks. I don't think he would carry HP Electric, so I'm not gonna worry about it too much. We'll just go here. Yeah, don't burn me, thank you. And I think he swaps here, but do we want to already make the prediction? And we do. All right, Bayleaf doesn't scare me too much. So we'll actually click return. I want to see what he has. He might have powders. I'm pretty sure Bayleaf gets powders. Also, let me pull up the calc. I'm not going to start calcing stuff now, but I have realized that every time I say I'm not going to calc everything, and then I start calcing everything. 52, that's actually pretty good. Yeah, he's not doing much. It is a 3-hit KO. If he goes into this thing here, that's also fine for us. Do I predict another switch? I'm not gonna do it. I'm just clicking return again, because if we get a crit or if it's roll, that's fine. And now here, I think this is relevant enough, so we will calc if my, what's his face? I'm realizing here that, okay, serve always chaos. I'm realizing here that I guess I should have brought in, or I guess I should have double edge instead, because it would have to KO this thing. Sneasel. That's a weird switch. Does he KO me from this range? I don't, because I definitely kill him with return. Was he sacking Sneasel there? I hate myself. We should ban Calc, bro. Because, like, what can this thing have that actually does a lot to me? Show me, like, a dark... HP Dark? HP Dark is nothing. I'm going to click return it again and we'll see what happens. I'm assuming he was going to sack this thing. Oh, he also has return. Okay. Well, I think we KO here. Yeah. Another thing is, if he doesn't have a faster mon than we are, then we're in really good position. Obviously, Sneasel, probably not too problematic for our team, but getting it out of the way for stuff like Rhyhorn is nice. And obviously, always picking up KO is neat. This thing is definitely faster than us. He might also carry Haze. I don't think it has anything to touch Delibird, so we might as well go for Spikes here. But I'm not gonna just check everything. But what I will do, which is what I've learned that I definitely need to do at this point, is yeah, he goes for HP. Makes sense. Is go for here. We'll put in Sneasel, Bayleaf, Charmeleon, and Murkrow. Because actually having the... I'm guessing he's just gonna swap. We'll just get Spikes up here. Just in case he is switched into something. The Real Pack actually does a good amount. So we do die to the next thing. The question is, do I want to swap in anything? I'm guessing this is HP Ice, which is why I'm a little bit worried of switching in this thing. But we don't really have a good swap. Because Murkrow outspeeds everything. I wonder if that's a roll, actually. I feel like that's a, like, important enough to check. He might also go for Pursuit. It is not a roll. Yeah, he always kills with Drill Peck. He might as well go for Pursuit, which would KO if I'm swapping, though. If he... I'm gonna call out... Am I calling out Pursuit? I'm gonna call out Pursuit. This is risky, but I'm gonna call out the Pursuit. We don't really need Delibird, so I don't mind if we're... if we lose... Yeah, if we lose him here. But I think it's HP Ice. The thing is that this thing kind of hurts. But I don't think we still have a better thing to swap in than Rhyhorn. Rhyhorn has good matchups though for what he now has. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to be HP Ice. But I could curse here. I'm just going to Rock Slide. Because Bayleaf is also low enough that we can threaten a kill on that. So that is what we'll do. This is Hidden Power. I'm gonna call that it's Hidden Power Ice, but I obviously don't know yet. I'm actually wondering, like, from this, like, if he has... Okay, he also has this thing. No, obviously neither of us KO each other. So the thing here is him going this makes me think that he actually doesn't have a good way to deal with us. Earthquake after one curse still does a lot is the thing. But it doesn't 2-hit KO. But what if... And we threaten a KO actually. I think curse here is actually correct. Please go Earthquake. Okay, now as long as he doesn't crit, we get a guaranteed KO here. This is risky though, because obviously crits, but it's a 6.5% chance. Oh, he went for Roar! I actually don't hate that. But yeah, the crit didn't matter. Actually, wait, it did. Yeah, it might have mattered. It was it was exactly 50-50 roll. Oh, sacking? Okay, yeah, I think that's a mistake. I don't think he knew that spikes was 12%. But yeah, this thing definitely has HP ice. I don't think it does much though. Let me see. HP. I'm calculating a lot. I'm sorry. I'm gonna try hard. We go for Rock Slide. Oh, it's okay. It's HP water or grass. I'm pretty sure that's, yeah, it's definitely grass. It's definitely grass. That's a good call, actually. I did not expect that. That's a really good one. This thing is a really hard thing for me to deal with. But that means he doesn't have a dark type move other than Thief. But I don't know how to deal with this thing is the issue. Because I don't think Thunder KOs. Okay, Thunder is a roll to KO. But it's also 30% to... Explosion to guaranteed kill is the issue, but do I dare explode? If I explode on Charmeleon, it's such a risk. It is such a risk to explode on this thing. But this thing is such a problem for me though. And like the issue here is everything hurts so bad. He doesn't have any way of OHKOing us. But the issue is this thing is faster than I am. If he stays in and I explode, I win. If he swaps out and I explode, I lose, right? Am I willing to risk the entire game on explosion hitting? And I think the answer is no. Please don't miss, please don't miss, please don't miss. And we don't get the roll. Do we get the para? We don't get the para. We can still kill this with... We can revenge kill this thing. But we do need to go into Hitmontop. Which... If this last thing is Ghastly, this is a terrible end game for us. It all depends on what his last mon is. But I don't... Like, there's no way that... Yeah, we don't die to Drill Pack. This thing is an issue. I'll be honest, I did not even consider this thing in, like, team building. I could go for Curse. I need to high jump kick. If I'm him, I swap out here. This thing... Because, like, he should know from what I'm doing. Like, this thing is too important. Please hit, please hit. Okay. This is winnable. This is winnable. It's going to be really hard, and it depends on his last mon. There's Charmeleon. We lose to it in speed. Now the question is here, does Charmeleon kill us with Fire Blast? It never kills. Him going this thing makes me wonder what the last thing is, but hopefully we can sweep with Tangela. He outspeeds all of our shit, which is so... rough. Okay, no crit. We do get the rest. Now this is where it gets hairy. This is a really interesting end game though. That's a big miss. That's a really big miss. Let's hit. Fuck. Okay. Well, both of us waste turns, but I get a sleep turn out. We're wasting Fire Blast though. Well, we do get a rest. Know what we want to see. There's the Swords Dance. Okay, he does reveal that. Curse is not bad, actually, because we're already, like, slower in a fire. Fire Blast is a... what's his face? Fire Blast is a special move, so we don't hate that. Alright. Not bad, but that's enough curses. We really need the next one to hit. What else would he have? He's definitely gonna have Hidden Power ice, right? Ice or grass? I don't think he would have grass because he has already Bayleaf and Murkrow has that. Yeah, that is nothing. All right, let's see a 2-hit KO. Bro, I've been getting so fucking lucky. I'm pretty sure that mattered, right? I'm pretty sure the crit definitely mattered there. Yeah, it matters. That's so unlucky for him. Oh, I see now. Yeah, we don't KO this in one hit, but we obviously just kill it with Seeking. Yeah, but I want this off RNG. Unless we miss, but yeah. RNG on that 100%. But yeah, that's 100% RNG for us. Viva and I shoot him my level. What do you mean? Did he, like me, like he made a bad play? I think that was honestly just RNG. Oh yeah. That I was gonna say, like, if he didn't do that, instead saved that for the Murkrow endgame, I'm pretty sure he actually wins that. Why do I have notifications on, by the way, when I should have streamer mode. There we go. But yeah, I think he deserved to win that. Like, he got Murkrow into such good position, and I think he just got fucked by RNG. But yeah, we do have some knowledge now of his team, assuming that he there we go. Assuming that he wins this one, and if he doesn't, then we don't have to worry about it. But now I'm pretty sure that it's just gonna obviously be the deliberate lead. But we do have our Elekid to go to town. Oh, that's funny. That is so fucking funny, actually. All right, and immediately we're calcing. Do I believe that he has lefties? If he does, I don't need to worry about it, but we always go for Psychic here, right? So I can Thunder do the same amount, but we're carrying Thunderbolt. I'll go for Psychic. Oh, you're carrying HP ground! And you have lefties. Alright. Alright. He has lefties. So I will take those for myself. And so HP ground. Crit would be devastating here, but I actually really like taking his lefties here. Well, thank you. And now a switch is really obvious. This thing does obviously get insanely good coverage. So we need to switch into something that I think this is my safe switch. Because I don't think he has, if he's carrying lefties and he has that, I don't think he would carry Psychic. I think it would be really weird to have Psychic. 75% sucks. We'll go Sleep Powder. If I'm running HP ground, I'm not running Psychic. Actually, am I? HP ground, Psychic, Thunderbolt, Ice Punch actually isn't too bad. He might have just 4 attacking moves, which I don't hate. I'd love to put this thing to sleep. If he switches in a grass type to take his sleep powder, that's also fine by me. Because obviously I have a favorable matchup. That's why sleep powder on Venomoth is so good. Because the things that can take it, then a Golbat. And we missed the sleep powder. That sucks. Because we have a psychic for this. So that would have been actually such a nice one to hit. We could go for it again. Which I don't hate. I'll go for it again. I don't think it's too obvious. Obviously, we're going to eat a chunk here. But I don't hate it. But I'm not tracking these because obviously if we win this, it's just over. If we lose this, then he goes to the other one. Protect. Interesting. Well, now I think sleep powder is obvious. So, but that's an interesting play to make. We are speed tying. I will hit psychic here. I will reveal the psychic. It might end up biting me in the ass, but we win the speed tie. It's still a 3 KO. He gets a crit. I don't know if... yeah, that's a really big one. We do outspeed this thing with our Elekid, but then we're putting it in range of stuff happening. I can't type. He doesn't get the lefties recovery here, so I do need to see if ice... Not hidden power ice. I need to see if ice beam KOs. It's a 50-50 roll exactly. So it's not psychic. Hidden power flying? There's not many good hidden power. I think it's gonna be hidden power flying. Oh, he does still get it. Fuck. Okay, that sucks. Because now this never kills. And obviously he's faster than me. I always forget how leftovers works in the early generations. It is not a good switch in, but I guess like me bringing it in this confidence might instill some fear. Goes for protect. That's fine. We're 2-hit KOing anyway, so that's okay. Toxic. Okay, so he doesn't have anything to hit us with, but now we still do a KO. He probably goes for a protect here. Yeah, but we have obviously our rest talk, so it doesn't matter. Now he's forced to switch, and actually I'm pretty sure Surf kills anyway. Yeah, a Surf kills even after lefties, and he has the same thing. That's fine. I think he might carry hidden power electric is the scary part here though. We don't really have a better thing into this is the issue. So I could sack Elekid. I'm gonna bet that I lose the speed tie and I rest. Let's see if it has HP electric. I think HP electric is really good. Yeah, he does have it. Okay. That's really good to know. So it is hidden power electric on this one and hidden power flying probably in that. I don't know how I really deal with this thing now though, but we do outspeed. If he goes for that again, we can get a Thunderbolt off, which probably is our best bet. So I will go for this. It's a really risky swap in, but like if you look at my team, explodes to hidden power electric, explodes to ice beam, explodes to surf. So I don't really have other things than this and my other thing. This is a really strong team though. I do wonder if he's running spikeless or if he has Delibird in the back. I guess I should have calced that. If it kills, yeah, I think that is just GG's. I'm pretty sure we do need to go into this thing, but I'm pretty sure that this thing just kills us straight up, but I don't hate that because we have a way different set. Yeah, return does fucking jack. We do still need to go into this thing. We do have still like rest and without crits, like we're kind of chilling. But I don't like my position, and I'm pretty sure this is a lost game. But I don't hate that. He gets a like redo with his other team, which obviously lost because of RNG. So would it be better to go for a curse first? Actually, that doesn't actually do that much, and I would be doing way more. If he doesn't have Ghastly in either team, this might actually be an angle. And there's the Ghastly. Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure now we just lose. Because we don't actually have much to hit this thing. But does he have much to hit us with? Explosion is so scary is the issue too. If I go Sunflora. Sunflora doesn't do much against his team, though, I'm not gonna lie. I think Magcargo even does more. I think we go Magcargo. We do need to stall this thing out, and I can't risk losing him on to Explosion when I'm down so bad. He hits the 55. Actually, no. I always leave one turn, right? So we'll go for Sleep Talk. I can't even believe he's running Hypnosis. Body Slam and... Okay, well, we do need to sack Amon here. Or we make him show the Ice move. There's no chance he's not running it, but he doesn't kill us with it, is the thing here. And, yeah, it isn't even close, actually. Actually, growth, it's such a risky thing to go for because he's faster. Ice Beam. Does it kill after leftovers? Let's see, it does 49. And I recover, what, 6%? I'm gonna be at 50. All growth. It's a risk that I need to take, I think. He might not have it. He might be HP Electric, Surf, and Sleep Talk. But I think, like, Electric, Ice, Water gives you such phenomenal coverage. And this one is so scary in the tier anyway that I don't think there's any way you don't go for it. Oh. Okay, this thing then definitely has Ice moves. But, like, this thing is gonna do even... rest to us, right? Yeah, it doesn't do jack shit. I'm growthing again. Don't burn me? Perfect. Yeah, that shit is not doing anything. But he's gonna have a hazer, so like this thing is gonna have haze. I'm not gonna... Do we kill this thing at +2 with an HP Ice? We don't. Actually, it's a roll. We might. Because this thing is going to have haze. I'm calling out. He's going Golbat. He's going Golbat to haze me. This is a big prediction. Fuck. Okay, I should have Giga Drain, because now he gets to go Golbat for free. We do kill a Golbat, but he gets rid of our boost, which sucks. Yeah. And now he hazes. We get Golbat out, but we lose the stuff. Or we just die to flying. I did not expect that. I guess Sunflora is really weak on the physical side, so it does make sense. We do need to go this thing. I guess he calced that. He was so confident. I should have calculated myself. Okay, we do need to hit the paralysis on Seadra coming in. He's always going Seadra here. And we do need Body Slam paralysis here. Let's get a para. Let's get a para. Let's get a para. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's just game. Because we don't have anything to touch Ghastly with. Now, because now it's going to be a stalemate. Every time I go into Noctowl, he clicks, because I don't have anything to KO Ghastly with. He goes into every time I go Noctowl, he can go Ghastly, and he gets a free Hypnosis. Because even if okay, I'm gonna predict him going Ghastly. And what do I do with that information? I could fish for a burn on this, assuming that this thing has ice moves, which at this point it might just be a Rust Talk set. So I need to predict the Ghastly coming in here. If it just stays in and collects electric moves, then actually, do I make a prediction yet? Or do I just rest? I could rest. Oh, he stayed in. Okay. Interesting. Now the question is, does he all... Because if I go into Macargo here, he needs to play fast. So I'm going to call him staying in. Okay, he does go into this thing. That's actually a good roll. I still don't know what this thing has. It might boom. I always go this on the Gaslit. He does have a Thunderbolt. Okay. And do I call up the Cedar coming in? Doesn't matter. I go Flamethrower here. I do need to get a status on this thing. Wait, why did I... Oh yeah, it was the Hypnosis. He probably goes HP Electric, but that's fine. This thing is so tanky, so if we can honestly like stall out his PP, that's fine too. Let's get a rest here. That's actually really good for us. It's gonna be a really long one if we're gonna stall out any PP, but Curse is actually good if he's staying in. Curse is actually a really good one for us to roll. Once again, Gaslit. Another Curse. I wish there was something I could do with it. Once again, going into my cargo. We hit some Thunderbolt. 3, so I'm guaranteed to wake up here, right? So we'll rest again. He goes into... That's interesting. What are his 2 other monsters he's refusing to go into? I guess he does have a safe like play here. And obviously, like, if this thing is Rest Talk, then that's fine. Because, like, once again, like, this is the issue with Gen 2. Everything is so tanky. I can just do this. Like, he basically the only way he can get stuff done is if he rolls like crits. Okay, there's the burn. That is actually really good for us because now we negate the recovery. And now, like, he needs to eventually show us probably if he has what's his face? If he has do I go return here or do I just rest? Even if he goes Ghastly, I don't really care. I'll go return here. That's fine. I don't think he would risk an explosion here, so we could just take the rest, but I'll still go into this just in case he does. He might slip up. There's the Shadow Ball. Yeah, it doesn't do anything, obviously, because it's a physical move. When this thing is already burnt, it doesn't matter. We can go for either of these. I'll just go for Flamethrower. Because, like, now, if he has rest, then, like I said, like, I don't think we can win this endgame, but at least we get to see it now. Yeah, it is Rest to Sleep Talk. So he doesn't have an ice move on this. I will be honest here. I'm pretty sure that I am just delaying the inevitable, but I do want to play this as I think, like, is the optimal way to play this, and we'll see what happens. I always go this on the Gaslit because I don't want him to boom on my Noctowl. And he's gonna swap into Cedar here. I guess he is trying to PP stall me because that's a really weird play to make unless you're doing that. We get to burn a sleep turn here. And actually, I can risk a 33%. I'll risk a 33% here. We'll get some more, because like I said, like now when we know his rest talk, like we can't win the stall war. So, okay. The moment he runs out of Thunderbolt PP on Ghastly, like he's gonna be in trouble is the issue with him. He might predict me going into Seadra, so I'm not gonna do that. This time I actually need to speed up this part. Yeah, he realizes that like his win condition. Let's get a burn. If we burn this Ghastly, it's actually humongous. He needs to swap into Seadra here, I think. But once again, like I'm not in a position to be making predictions. Because for whatever reason, he's not swapping in anything else than these two. So if we play like this, like eventually if we get a burn on the Ghastly, like he loses the Ghastly pivot. We do get... Once again, I'm taking my 33%. If he goes Ghastly, I get more leftovers recovery, so this is also fine. And I'm saving PP. Oh, he's not Sleep Talk either. Interesting. Rest would be really good here for us. Let's get a rest here. That also works. I mean, any of our moves like kill him. We have a 66% chance to kill him and a I think now actually Noctowl might win this. Dude, if I brought this back, he's gonna wake up on the next one, but this thing can't touch us. Obviously, you can always go Callback to remove our curse. I think I curse here. This thing can't touch me. If it's not Ice Beam and he's been just saving it. Because he needs to fish for freeze at this point. Because this thing does nothing. Oh, well, crit fucking sucks. Obviously, he needs another crit in a row. And 6.5%. Actually, even that is a roll. Yeah, like, his odds of KOing me here are basically 0. I can... Supposedly, unless he, like, wins the lottery, essentially, like, I can infinitely wall to Seadra. I'm so weirded out that he's not going into the last 2 months. That's fine. Because, like, now here, he goes for Haze, but we have a chance to roll a curse of our Sleep Talk, and if we roll a return, he just dies. Yeah. Bro, if we brought this back... Really? I am dumbfounded that we brought that back. Holy shit. GG's. What were your 2 last months? You were never going into them.
They were irrelevant for what was happening because you had a flying type on board and a Pokemon that could deal significant physical damage. It was an Abra and Hitmontop.
Oh, I see.
They were literally useless.
I see. But I mean...
They were like... Thunder Wave would have been useful if you didn't have rest on every Pokemon.
Yeah, that's the issue with this generation. No status ever matters because 90% of mons are going to have rest.
Yeah, I mean, Toxic is the only one that's like, well, you actually have to have a rest on this Pokemon or this gets fucked. But it was like, okay, are you running Rest Talk Seadra or are you running Giga Aggressive Seadra?
Yeah. You were not
the answer is
Rest Talk?
I was on Rest Talk, but I was Surf, Hidden Power. I just kept clicking the move. I was like, okay, I'll just click this. And it's like, instead of the game being, you know, I would argue, sensible, where it's like, okay, you want to use this move. You have Sleep Talk. You are using Sleep Talk instead. I feel like that would be intuitive, but at the same time, the strategy evolved if you just don't click anything. Just click a move.
Yeah, I was gonna say like there's you might want to, because I was saying like early in the like mid game, like if it's Rest Talk Seadra, I think we just lose to you PP stalling me out. But so for that, like obviously it is relevant, and games have been won and lost in competitive Pokemon to people clicking the wrong moves as well. So in some cases, like if it automatically pick a move for you, I feel like that would be kind of strange. But yeah, I
mean, for Sleep Talk specifically, I think it's like this is a thing that you have on your Pokemon specifically to do this thing. Therefore, it feels like whenever you're clicking Fight, it should just click Sleep Talk. If that makes sense. It's like clicking Struggle when you're asleep, or in this you have the fight option when you're wrapped or like trapped in Gen 1, right? But in Gen 1 you would just be clicking a move.
Yeah, I was
What
gonna
does
say
the
like,
fight option even do?
what the fuck does the fight option do?
Yeah, like that option shouldn't even exist in this, because that just like does nothing or something. But yeah.
Yeah. I don't know who the second team's names were. The first one was obviously Dragon Rulers, right?
The second team was Gridman from
I
SSS
see.
Gridman. The Gridman.
What were the
or,
two?
Sorry, not the Gridman Alliance. The Neon Genesis Junior High School.
What were the
students.
two names that I didn't see?
Auntie and Max.
I see.
Alexis Kereb is the main villain of Gridman.
Gotcha.
The rest were like Gridman's crew.
Did you catch on to my names? I feel like one of them was obvious at least.
Apparently, the second one was the second one? I think it was the second one. Was Cuphead bosses, and
Yes.
the first one was like obviously like mythological folklore.
Yeah,
characters.
folklore stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, or well, holiday spirits, I guess.
Did you get the Cuphead, or was someone in chat?
Only was like, oh yeah, these are Cuphead.
I see. I didn't even.
I had no idea.
I didn't get even to a lot of them because I'll be honest, I wasn't super into Cuphead. I played it once with one of my friends, and that's it. It was okay. The aesthetic and music was the best part of the game. I'll say that much.
That's fair. That's fair. But yeah, I don't really have much else to say. I misplayed on game one, arguably throwing Bayleaf out, even though I should have saved it for later. And in this game, I literally misclicked on a move twice.
Yeah, that's
even though it would not have really mattered. I don't think. Like either this game goes on for another fucking hour while we wait for PP to go out, or it might end with me critting a Thunderbolt.
Yeah, it was basically like
Either.
at that point it's a lot of like a crit fishing, but yeah, like we can keep this short and sweet because at this point, like as I said, like in the like before we started, like Gen 2, it's pretty obvious. Like Sleep Talk, it's Sleep Talk with spikes. We didn't like now in all of our teams have spikes. In ZU we will not have spikes at all, but like that's what Gen 2 is. Like that's just everything there is, and at this point it was a lot of rest talking, and that's what the generation comes down to. And probably next week there's gonna be a lot of rest talking, and in Ubers it can be a little different because obviously the new Ubers Mons hit really fucking hard and they're really bulky. They're also good at rest talking, but the non-Uber stuff is going to really quickly explode if you just try to rest talk stall. So there is actually some variance, and I actually think Ubers is the most interesting metagame in Generation 2. Like when I've looked at all of them, I actually think Ubers is the most interesting metagame. So that's going to be neat, but yeah.
Yeah.
But
I completely forgot that both swap out moves are negative priority, by the way.
oh yeah, they're -6, I think.
Wait, are they? It said -1 when I was hovering over it.
I might be thinking of something. Oh no, yeah. Trick Room is -6, which is the lowest priority bracket move ever. There was something on priority with like the swap out move. Oh yeah, that's the thing. Like about negative priority. This actually might come up, so I think you should also know this. So if you try to roar an opponent and somehow you move before them when you're trying to use a phasing move, the move will just straight up fail. Which is relevant because if you're trying to roar me out on a faster mon that I'm roaring you out, your roar will completely fail and I will phase you out. This is only a thing in Generation 2 as far as I know, and it gets fixed later. But it is that I just now realized that has never come up, but that's actually a pretty important aspect to know, which is literally sometimes like you want to make a mon like slower than your opponent's mon on purpose to have the slower roar. That's one of the things that I actually don't even remember. I'm pretty sure I talked about phasing when I talk about the generational mechanics in like this generation's intro, but I'm pretty sure because obviously those I try to keep short and concise. Like I don't talk about that there, but when I was like, because obviously for those, because I don't know jack shit about the older generations, I do the research before I make those. Like that's when I found out, and I just now realized that I never I don't. At least I don't. I don't think I've mentioned this, right?
I've not heard about it.
Okay, yeah. Then it just now it came back to me that is something that might actually come up. So it's something to know, which is also what creates interesting metagames. Because it's like, all right, well, I'm just like, for example, in this one, like, okay, I'm gonna run a 14 dB Rhyhorn to have a slower roar than his Rhyhorn if I wanna roar at his Rhyhorn. But then what if he reads the 90, say 13 dB? Then I lose the matchup and. Also, I'm now slower than stuff that I would otherwise speed tie with, which is obviously what I don't want to do. Which is a interesting metagame and something that happened actually that Wolfie talked about like in his like recent Toronto video when he was talking about it was the Toronto video where he was talking about like Incineroar speed tiers, which is like you want to have the faster fake out, but you want to be slower than these things, like which makes this like super interesting mind game when it comes to like, all right, what speed stat do you want to go for? But yeah, that's the thing that is only, as far as I know, it's only, I mean, phasing becomes much less relevant later on. It's definitely strongest like in generation 2, but like it's still relevant later on. But as far as I know, like it is only a mechanic in generation 2 where it's like if somehow your phasing move moves before your opponent, it just straight up fails, which is weird.
Yeah, I feel like that should not be happening 100% of the time. Like,
You copied up Nintendo with Prankster to go first, right? Or did that with... Copycat isn't a move in Gen 2 yet, right? I want to
Smogon exists, but that's just Sketch, right?
Yeah, it has Sketch, but I don't... I want to say Copycat came out in Gen 4, but I might be talking out of my ass. Let me check. I've gone to my head, I say Copycat comes out in Gen 4. Introduce Generation 4. Holy shit. Wait, maybe I know ball.
Maybe you know ball, yeah.
I was thinking like it might have been just Mimic, but both of them came out in Gen 4, so... Oh.
I was running Charmeleon lead in the first team and Elegant lead, specifically because Fire Blast one-shots Delibird, and it's faster than Delibird.
Yeah.
And Thunder one-shots Delibird. And
so now you were on the Thunder, and I was on Thunderbolt. That's neat.
Yeah. It was flipped this time around.
Yeah, that's cool. My idea... what was your Elegant set, by the way?
I think it was Psychic, Ground... Thunder and Fire Punch.
Okay, yeah. Mine was... wait, what was mine? I had Thief, Thunderbolt, Ice Punch, and... what was my last move? How do I check? All right, future me, remember to edit this thing out. Oh, wait, I'm already happening. Thunderbolt, Ice Punch, Psychic, and Thief. Yeah, I had Psychic as well. Mostly because I was just fucking afraid of Venomoth again. And I mean, there are 3 ghost types here. Sorry, poison types. Yeah. Not ghost types.
I was mostly just running this set because I was like, well, this covers Delibird, which I mostly want to cover. This covers, like, ground covers other electric types, like Voltorb or another Elekid, which I might be running into. And it also clears out Ghastly, because it doesn't have Levitate in this.
Yeah.
So, and also should work against any other poison types that you might be running out.
Yeah, that's fair. This is good enough. Also, wait, I've never seen Gen 2 sprite of Abra. That's really cute. I really like that sprite.
Chillin'.
It's cool. Great.
It's a shame I didn't get it too into it, but...
Yeah. I had one last thing that what was it? I had one last thing that I wanted to say. Fuck, I forgot. What were we just talking about before I talked about Abra sprite before you said the thing that you said before that?
I was just saying that Elekid can check poison types and electric types.
Yeah, was it about poison types or what were you talking about before that, bro? I'm sorry. I have brain fog today.
Don't worry. I don't remember anymore either.
It was.
It also cleared out like some ground types, rock types. I mean.
Yeah.
Like Macargo.
God.
Like it was I felt like it was a really good option for that.
Yeah, and I mean, Elegant is nice as a lead because it's just really good speed tier, and it's like it has such good coverage. Also, brother, the Murkrow caught me so off guard because when I was looking at the tier, I was not even considering it because I was like, all right, if like Sneasel was the dark type that I was afraid of, I'm like, all right, it's a fast dark type. That's what I'm afraid of. And then like I was thinking of Golbat, and The fucking 91 speed tier on Murkrow is so scary because the fact that it always outspeeds like shit like Venomoth, so I can't reliably like even powder the Murkrow before eating a huge drill pack was like, oh hell nah. But that was like one thing that really caught me off guard and was something that I was just like not considering at all. So that was like a really good pick on your part.
Yeah, I really felt like if I had played game one better, like as you said, for example, if I had played game one a bit smarter, I could have probably taken the game just with Murkrow.
Yeah, I literally think like even with how lucky I got, like I think if you save Bayleaf to switch in on Hitmontop to bring in Murkrow safely, and obviously at that point like Hitmontop had a bit of chip and you always outspeed, I think you just straight up win there. So that was unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean it's whatever. Like I should have been paying more attention. I got Giga tilted when I got hit with the fucking crit.
Yeah, I mean,
it was unfortunate.
That's fair. It's the good old 6.5%. Yippee. But
the goal bet that I was running. This was like something that we hadn't really had this happen like so far, where Protect actually does something. So I was kind of glad that I got to do something with Protect. Unfortunately, it was against the Rest Talker. But when I put that thing into Rest, I could at least swap into it fairly safely on a 1 in 3 chance of getting a free swap in.
Yeah.
So it was not too bad.
That's another thing also, like, this is the last one. We said, like, we weren't going to yap for a long time, and then we started yapping. It's just 2 chronic yappers. Give us some slack. But, like, that's one thing that I'm most excited when we get to Gen 4 and onwards too, is because my brain from so many years of Pokemon, I will never remember, because like I will say I calc a lot of stuff, but like I didn't bother calculating the like Golbat and Sunflower thing, and I was literally just like, all right, he gets to know. I was like, the Hidden Power Ice, I was calling the Golbat coming in, because otherwise I could have just Giga Drained. It still kills Elekid and puts me at full life afterwards, so it would have been the better play, but I was like thinking that you were gonna go Golbat at that point to haze me. But I guess like with hindsight, because you're faster, you can always get the haze off anyway. The prediction wasn't like worth to make, and I was better off just Giga Draining anyway. But like when it came in, I was like, all right, he just hazes here, and I still get the KO with HP Ice, and then he just killed me with Hidden Power Flying, and I sit here for a couple of seconds, and then I'm like, oh yeah, because all flying type moves are physical, and Sunflower obviously has terrible physical bulk. Like that's something that I don't think I'll ever get used to, and I'll be so happy when we get to Gen 4, which is finally like, all right, now I know these moves are special and these moves are physical, and I don't have to think of the different like type shot in my head where it's like, all right, these are always special, these are always physical. Okay,
I mean,
it fucks me up.
I think in this case, if I couldn't have used Hidden Power Flying, I would have been using Wing Attack, and Wing Attack would have been 10 power weaker, right? And it wouldn't have killed the HP that you were at. So
that's the funny thing about a lot of things for like Generation 2, where it's like Hidden Power a lot of times is better than any other move that you actually just have for that type. Which okay, actually final thing, a hand on my heart and the other on the Bible. Were you running a HP on Bayleaf?
I'm pretty sure.
I would assume.
No, I was running Curse, Body Slums, and this is Razor Leaf.
What's the idea behind like Razor Leaf over
Hidden Power? Because I was thinking, crits are actually gonna be relevant here, and it's gonna have a high crit ratio, and I was just fishing for crits with this move that has a higher critical hit ratio.
I see. Do you know what the high crit ratio is on this move?
Isn't it 12?
Yeah, it's 12. It's 12 and a half.
Yeah, but like that's still.
I mean, to be fair, you binged 3 out of 3 hypnosis, so.
True.
I guess.
True and real.
I guess playing with odds, nothing new. That's crazy, by the way. 3 hypnosis. This man is never gonna miss Focus Blast.
That's 60%. That's not even that bad.
Wait, it's 60? Oh, I thought it was
It's 16.
55.
No. No. It's 50. I think it's 55. But
It would be
like,
weird
I
if
mean,
they nerf it from 60 to 55 later on.
60. Okay.
Why do they
It's actually
nerf it?
60.
Maybe wait, am I thinking of something else? It's more likely that I'm thinking of something else. 60% is still crazy. You hitting that 3
Yeah.
times, that's fucked. Actually, you know
But
what? I don't feel bad about my hacks at all. These dude big 3 hypnosis. No, for real. I
Bro
definitely
didn't
got
miss a
very lucky.
single high jump kick, bro.
It's
I missed, like, 3
90%.
of them.
It's
I missed, like, 3
90%.
of them last
Toss my
time.
salad. It's 90%.
Bro, I took so much non-chip from having missed like a billion high jump kicks against the Weezing. What do you mean?
High jump kick is... It gives
I
and it
honestly
taketh away.
feel like I feel like it's honestly like a 50% accuracy move, but it just says it's 90.
Yeah, and,
This
I
is lying.
think you're a terrorist.
Okay.
So
I
anyways,
see.
on that note, thank you for watching.
First I'm the Antichrist and now I'm
What do you mean
terrorist?
first? Don't take that away. You still have that stamp. This sounded like another thing you started the about. The thing that I'm starting to say is we're going to the end credits. So on that note,
Dude, here I am just playing my little games, being like, hey guys, wouldn't it be cool if we played like this stuff in the Yu-Gi-Oh? And then I go watch the Digimon learning journey, and in the Digimon learning journey, this Weebfox guy gets fucked by his opponent happening to pull out the 2 megas that exist in his entire deck out of his security to kill the 2 things that he played, causing him to have a massive tempo swing. Oh fuck. I type in the comments, bro, this guy just keeps losing to hacks. That's just fucked up. Then 5 seconds later, he's like, man, first time against the Antichrist in Yu-Gi-Oh! In impeccable hacks in Pokemon, and now this in Digimon. Like,
Okay.
dude, what the fuck?
I'm gonna keep it $150. Any sort of like the hacks compared like from last week, the hacks there are nothing compared to the shit I have to endure when I'm playing Digimon against Ryu. That dude could actually win lottery 3 times in a row if he wanted to. It's insane.
So, Streamer Man and I, we played against Ryu when he played the actual physical card game, right?
Yeah, I do remember.
And he actually like pulls shit out of his ass that feels like it shouldn't be possible. It's like he just lands the coin sideways every time.
He's a miracle worker, and I guess like there's a reason why he picked Yule, and the Yule Casino is always open because I swear, like RNG fears that man. But if you want to see me struggle with RNG on a weekly basis, you should check out the Yu-Gi-Oh! Prague series. We put a lot of time and effort into that, and it's definitely not the most slop out of all the slop that this channel produces.
Wait, you just the Yu-Gi-Oh! Prague series, bro.
Did I?
Yeah,
Honestly,
I assure you.
You know what? I also suffered there. This is where I get to have my peace.
That's fair. That's fair, yeah.
Which is actually kind of funny that is like, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the playground for you and your hive mind chat room. Cloudy. Digimon is my torture chamber where I clock in once a week to get snapped in half. And then here I get to talk to you about how priority and phasing moves work in Generation 2.
Yeah,
so it's a little bit of everything.
We can have really fun sets where we're going between 3 Pokemon, swapping between immune to return. Dude, I was trying to find a line the whole time while I was just doing the same swap over and over. I was trying to call a kid.
Yeah, like that's why I was so like, you're like, what the fuck are these last 2 months when it's like he has 2 months on me and like the game state is just not escalating. I'm just here sitting getting leftovers recovery. I'm like, what the fuck are these 2 months?
So the whole time I was like, okay, I'm gonna swap into Seadra to take the possible flamethrower. I'm gonna swap back out into Gassic to take the return. While I'm doing these moves, these pre-moves, I'm using the calc to check if my hidden power rocked after a curse can kill the knockdown, or if I can somehow use my Abra with substitute to actually hurt something. But I couldn't find shit. I have a calculator.
Man.
Your calculator.
There it is. But yeah, bro, Ruga just said hand traps were a mistake. I'm pretty sure that's one of the few good changes they've made. But The end credits are longer than on a Marvel movie, and we even had a post-credit scene before the credits even stopped. So no post-credit scene here. You're not gonna... Okay, if you want to hear what Jeexx is saying now, go to the tweet... Go to twitch.com/Jeexx.
I'm
gonna put a gun in my mouth and pull the trigger. Yeah, there. What he said, and you can check out the VOD at fucking. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna tell you the timestamp. You're gonna have to click around. Yeah, I'm petty like that. But yeah, for realsies, thank you for suffering with us, and we have 2 more episodes of Generation 2 still in the tank. Not excited about next week because it's gonna be more of the same. There's no spikes, but it's the same shit. But Ubers might actually have some cool stuff there. But for next time, we have Generation 2 ZU, so I will see y'all gamers there. Thank you so very much for watching, and enjoy the rest of your week. Peace.